get a discount when I said I was a Nordstrom.
I didn't get a discount when I say my name's Jolly in Bath. There's a big store called Jolly.
Yeah.
I'm talking to MatsNordstrom, who's one of Gothenburg's most creative chefs, I would say, and has been involved in the sustainability movement here to a large extent. And he's apparently one of the best slow food restaurants in the country. Now, Mats, when I think about Gothenburg, when I think about Sweden, what gets me going is pickled herring, well, any form of herring actually. So what else has this part of Sweden got to offer?
Of course, as you said, the herrings. We have fantastic herrings. I love herring as well. But it's the seafood we have. The fresh, cold water we have. We can get into Gothenburg's harbor, which is the biggest one in Scandinavia. We can get all the fresh seafood every day, which is fabulous. And many famous chefs come here to Gothenburg and say they've never seen anything like it. So the seafood is, And then I would say, as you probably also have in England, our wonderful root fruits. And then we have, of course, the forests. We have all the berries, we have all the mushrooms and things like that. And then we have the inlays up north with fantastic fish as well. And then also the wild game, of Sweden, but that's more up north. So I think we have a pretty big,
store chest of food and treasures of food, of culinary treasures. And your task is to get those culinary treasures from local growers and from local farms and from the local woods and whatever, and put them on a plate to please the tourists and make sure that people get an authentic taste of Gothenburg.
Yeah, that's the whole idea with Vasalia, is that for 25 years I've been a chef. When I started young, I thought about things from other countries were cool. But now when I'm getting older, I start to like ABBA, And I'm going back to what do we used to cook when ABBA was cool. So, no, but as older you get, you're more intelligent food I'm cooking. I'm thinking about what do I have around my corners and what time of the year. What time is it now? I only cook what's in season now. And what I can get for at least no more than 4 hours from the restaurants. Otherwise it's not to be served on the menus. And we have one menu which is a lot of people come here from before. It's called the share. It means that you sit down. So we take care of you the whole evening. You sit down and we serve you 7-8 courses just with food and wine and drinks and everything. And you leave the share. When you leave the restaurant, you'll have the menu. And they will find what did we find in the Swedish nature or even the Gothenburgian nature that day when you were here.
So that's not only a kind of seasonal menu, it's a daily menu, it's an on-the-spot menu, and that's one of the things about getting older and more experienced is you don't want to go too far, do you?
No.
You want to make sure you can get it as locally as you possibly can.
Yeah. Even as a globetrotter, when you were younger, you wanted to see other parts of the world. When I'm getting older now, I can go around weekends in Scandinavia and see my own country. So I think as with the age comes more intelligent kind of traveling, more intelligent kind of cooking. And my cooking is simpler today. It's probably more intelligent what I can get close to the restaurants. And I know the farmer, I know the fisherman, I know the hunter, and I know the butchers. So I can tell the guest which fish is this and which meat. And that's kind of gives me more, the feeling.
And also, I found here that the actual cost of your menu is really reasonable. Compared with many other establishments around the world, it's a very accessible way of people getting to know Gothenburg cuisine.
Yeah, I would like everyone to be able to afford to eat menu degustation, which is a 5, 6, 7 courses, and enjoy that. And I would like them to be around 100 euros, just over 100 euros with the drinks.
Yeah,
it's a lot of value for money, but I would like it to be like that because that's where I would like it to cost.
And you're a young man with a young family.
Yeah.
A lot of young family, actually.
Yeah, we're a huge family. I got 6 children, from 22 to 2.5. So.
And what do you see for the future? What do you see for the future here in the culinary arts and in Gothenburg and generally?
I think we're just getting better. When I started 25 years ago, no one wants to be a chef. there were criminals and other things in the kitchen, and the lowest level of workers, we were in the kitchen when I started. Today, I see a whole different kind of young chefs coming, young people interesting about wines and waiters, and we have a lot of, I think we have a new generation now which is going to keep our cuisine forever going, because they're much more well known. They're not well known, they know what they're doing. When we started, we didn't know much. We didn't have much to choose from. They have so much to choose from. So.
Now, you were telling me earlier about the little journey that you've just made to Italy to look at local cuisine as far as pizzas and pastas are concerned.
Yeah.
Now, many people would really envy you and your travelling companion that went around doing that. What's your take on that as far as Sweden is concerned?
Yeah, I would say when it comes to Italy, they are world class about this pasta or this wine is eaten in this valley, in this part of Italy, because it's grown here, and that's where we've been doing for ages. And I think Italy is ahead of everyone in the world when it comes to that. In some parts of France as well. And but in Sweden, I would like us to be much more local, to serve this kind of bird in the south of Sweden, this kind of wild game in the north, and this kind of seafood in the west. We should be more local. So, because when we go traveling, I would like us to be traveling with food. I am in Gothenburg, I eat seafood, because you shouldn't, as a guest in Gothenburg, leave the town without seafood. We got 5 restaurants with the 1 star in Guy Michelin. If we were in France, we would have 11 or 12. I will tell you.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Max.
Thank you.
And while you're not cooking, nobody's eating, so you better get back.
I have to go back.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. And
Thank you.